Fun fact, Airplane Mode came together in 15 minutes.
Approximately 15 minutes. Yeah.
Okay, if I count the time that it took me to walk to Rouse and come back, it may have taken just a smidge longer. Yes, and it came about all by accident. All by the graces of God, Allah, Messiah.
Listen.
Anything you want to call him.
He
was
did.
in the room that day. It started with Airplane Mode wasn't even Airplane Mode. It was a whole nother track. A track that I found on a website.
Yes.
And I had listened to the track. We recorded Airplane Mode in November. So I think I started scouting out tracks for the project probably in August or September. And I found this one track. It was like up-tempo. It sounded like everything else that was out on the radio at the time. So I'm like, okay, well, at least I know that I have the potential to have a Hot 100 sound alike.
Come on, Current.
And so I wrote the first and second verse to it. I had my brother write a verse. He recorded it on a voice note, sent it to me. And then it came time to record the song in November. It was actually one of the last songs that we recorded for the project.
Yeah.
And we played the track back, and I just didn't give a shit about it the way that I did back in August.
Yeah.
And then it didn't help that you told me that it sucked.
Yeah, it wasn't the best.
Yeah.
Like, you're pretty good with the music selection, but that one, it just was not, it didn't touch.
No, it never went anywhere.
At all.
It's like somebody took a first half of a song and just kept looping it until the end. And so I felt defeated in the moment.
Okay.
I felt like we were not going to get the fourth and final track. And I was kind of over it.
So over it that you left.
I did leave. I needed to walk out for a second. That's what I do when I get pissed, doing like creative shit. From filming to recording. Whenever I get frustrated, I just need to walk away for a second.
Yeah.
It helps me clear my mind and think. So I thought it would be best for me to go get some sweets.
Yeah.
And alcohol.
Always a good combination.
And alcohol. Because I think I came back with like a wine bottle and a bag of gummies. But before I left, you started building out. I didn't even know that you were building out a new track, but you did. Like,
I think I was feeling, based off of what we had already heard, you know, I just felt like there were things that we could have added, even to the track that you had, that would have been way better than what it was. But as I started piecing some things together, I was just like, nah, I would rather us have something totally fresh and something totally new that you can build, you know, the song completely to where it is right now.
I can't even say that I was talking about anybody in particular for the song, but if I thought about some niggas, I'm sure I could pinpoint a few prime suspects for the lyrics.
Where's the lineup?
Listen, but yeah, it was an organic situation. I feel like the song was a nice cap off to the entire project because it just kind of reiterated some of the sentiments that I've been feeling over the other three tracks. And yeah, it was just like, after a relationship, the thing that you want to do most is escape. You want to escape the things you did, the things that they did.
Man.
And I just thought, what's the perfect way to get away from somebody? And it's to pack your hefty bag and head to the border. Via lift, via airplane, via whatever the fuck you need to do to get out of this situation. Yeah, because I mean, the first instinct we have is to run. But I don't even think I had the energy to run. I needed somebody to get me to where the fuck I was going. A word.
Yeah.
A word.
You need to write that down.
So I think that's where the theme of an airplane being my savior came from. I don't know, something about that beat was extremely haunting.
Yeah.
And I love anything that like sticks with me. And then some of the synths and things that you added to it to like give it life just felt really good and organic. And to this day, I still say that this track is very reminiscent of Climax, which is funny because Climax just became a thing all over again.
All over again.
But I think I said that when I'm like, this gives me like Climax vibes, so that's one of my favorite Usher songs. And I love how it makes me feel that sense of melancholy.
Yeah.
But I don't know, but still moves me.
Yeah, I'm I'm on the board, like kind of on the fence, if you will, with that because, of course, we have the acoustic version as well. So both of those really kind of tug at you emotionally. So
in two different ways.
Yeah, it's always like the first one, the first one that we did, it was one of those continuous, like the moving, okay, I gotta get out of here, I gotta get away, it doesn't matter, and the acoustic version of it, like you feel it even so more, like on the inside.
A lot of people, I think because a lot of people at that point, the song is slowed down, it's less going on in the production so you can hear what I'm saying better. And I think it's a piano in it, right? Not strings. Like the main instrument.
There's mostly piano in it. There are some strings toward the end, but led by guitar. So it's a lot of the organic, sounds that you would normally hear in like ballads and that type of thing. So it gives it that feel of, heart-wrenching, emotional type stuff, which is, sometimes necessary when you're, thinking about that type of stuff. And you were able to pull it off in two different songs, like, the same song but two different ways,
And you even layered vocals differently in the second version.
Definitely did.
But I think the first version is my favorite just because it has the most radio friendly sound to it.
I can remember specifically when we were getting to the end of it, and I ended up putting in that bass line.
That took it to another level.
Kind of drew that, and it's kind of got a techno type feel.
That's the shit that I'm talking about because Diplo produced Climax, and Diplo does that shit. Like Diplo will have very dubstep type bass line, and then he'll add some very electric kind of like synths and shit, and it felt like so. You got the Diplo effect.
Come on, Dip, let's do it. Hey, we need to collab or something, bro. Like, I'm just trying to get somewhere, trying to be somebody.
That's all we want. We just want to be
That's
somebody. I mean, the money ain't. No, that's not true.
Don't say that.
No, the money is
definitely necessary.
Yeah, the money's necessary.
Yeah.
But above the money, we do this because
we're just trying to be somebody in this world.
It's our calling.
Thank you.
And that's what I felt in the room that day. I felt like we both were in our zone.